your May 2026 General Intuitive Tarot reading. And it's not just going to be tarot, it's going to be any cards I get my hands on. And it may not just be cards. Whatever I can get my hands on to read, that's what I read with. Anyway, let's get right on into it, Cancer. This is a general reading. It may not resonate with everybody, so take the pieces and parts and leave the rest. I hope everybody's doing well today. All right, let's see what we've got going on. Now, mind you, I am doing this on the 1st of May. Most people know I'm not very fast. I had surgery a couple months ago on my neck, so I'm not very fast on getting some stuff done. But I'm telling you, those feels are out in the air, guys. Change is coming. Yep. All right. Cancer, May. What do we got, Cancer? All right, Cancer, what lessons do you have that you are learning or teaching other people? Some of you, it actually has to do with the teaching field. All right. Hold on just a second here. Let me pull some more. Indecision. 333. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm just doing a general one real quick here. This is for thousands and thousands of Cancers. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm seeing 3, 3, 3, and 10. There is something coming to a completion that has started for most Cancers in the month of March. Whether it was last month, last March or this March. I believe for a lot of you, it began not this last March, but the March before. Anyway, it's talking about mental creativity or worry, the writer's card. The teacher success and mental fields too much on the mind. I think it's too much on the mind. We've got indecision or worry about love triangle. Okay, I think it's indecision or worry. Now, if it does have to do with love, this is not a love reading, but if it applies, then go ahead and apply it to yourself. We've got physical stress, working 2 jobs at once. Some of you, I agree. I think every sign that I'm going to be seeing here, every single sign has been work. Work has been, it's not just about self-work, it's actually literal physical work just to keep up with the daily grind. Literally just trying to keep up with the bills. All right, let's get right on into it. Let me see where this is going here. Yep, there's a change coming. Change. To give you a little hint of what this might be stemming around, would have been around December of this last year. Okay, it was really swirling then. Matter of fact, it was caused quite a bit of stress. Some of you, it actually has to do with actually some kind of like teaching position or learning position, whether you're the student. It could be about going back to school. This is only going to hit very few small select people. Okay. Others of you, it was a pressure. It was a pressure to come up with the goods, whatever that means to you. Okay. Way too much on the mind. All right. Let's see what we can get here. All right. We've got the Knight of Swords. We've got the Page of Cups. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. I'm going to pull 2 more cards. We have the 7 of Swords and decision. You guys there will be a decision that's coming very soon for some of you. Some of you made this decision already back in April. What I'm getting with the Knight of Swords, and like I said, it has to do with a decision of not just 2 paths, but it has to do with some of you are juggling more than one financial outlet. Okay, so we've got big changes are coming. Determination. Okay, so again, this is going to be another sign that I'm seeing that it's not about not having the determination to do it. It's just where you're literally just worked where it's just there's not much left. I think you're going to be able to pick up the pace and kind of get your breath of fresh air, especially it's going to be hitting you probably towards the 18th of May. There has been a mental, or I'd almost say it's almost like a physical block for you. That's going to be opening up around the 18th of May for you, especially if this has to do for those of you who are wanting to be in a teaching position. This is literally going to be for those of you who are, and it could be for those of you who are creators who are actually going online and actually teaching other people. There will be an opening or a movement forward on the 18th. Others of you, this actually is, I'm hearing masses. So it will actually be reaching mass amount of people. So on the 18th is what I'm feeling for this group of Cancer. Okay, let me hold on. Let me see what I got here. All right. Yeah. If there's been stale and stagnancy around this, and I'm going to have to say, like I said, it would have to have been around March of this last year for some of you, but for some of you, it actually came from the March before. It was not just this last March. A lot of you have had like blocks that have not been, they haven't, no matter what you did, they're just not removing, or you already had one thing or another come right in the way of what you were doing. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm sticking out in my head, May 18th, and that's what I just keep hearing repeating in my head, okay? There's going to be an opportunity. I do believe a door is going to be opening for you. And the thing of it is with the Two of Swords here, you're going to have a decision you're going to have to make. This is not, and it's showing me, see, why this is sticking out in my head. Do you see the Two of Swords? The Two of Swords, she has a blindfold on. She's not sure which decision to make. I think some of you are going to have multiple opportunities, and I think for some of you, they're going to be evenly prosperous, is what I feel. Yep. Some of you, it's going to be a difficult decision. Some of you are leaving an old position to go to a new position, whatever that means to you. Others with you, see, a lot of this is not, I'm not saying a lot of love cards, but I do have a message for those of you with this card here, the Three of Hearts. It says indecision or worried about love triangle. If you possibly are in a love triangle, and we've got the Three of Pentacles at the bottom, you will be making a decision about this here pretty soon. And it's talking about teamwork. And here's the thing, is with teamwork, that's two people, not three. So you heard that, two's company, three's a crowd. Okay, so there will be a decision made about that, but you may be feeling blind in the month of May about that. With that one around the 23rd, if it has to do with the love situation, you will be probably getting some answers on that one. Yeah, you will. It's just whether or not you're going to move forward with it. If you are in a situation like that, you might want to think about getting yourself out of that one. Going on here, I'm still seeing the 18th. The 18th, for those of you who are wanting to move forward, you felt pretty stale and stagnant for a long time around, like nothing has been moving in this area. And we're not talking about the love area. If it has to do with love, then apply it as so. But this is more about mental creativity, the Rider's card. It's kind of like almost like a block has been there. It's just, or a decision had to be made, or an opportunity, and you had to come up with, you had to make a decision. Well, it's coming. That decision is coming. And maybe some of you are going to be presented with a decision that you have to make you have to choose. You have to choose a path. I'm going to tell you, they're equally good. You need to go with what feels right with you. What you're going to know. There's nobody else. Do not let anybody else make your decisions. You make your decision yourself. We've got the Knight of Swords. This is coming in quite quick and fast is what I feel. Yep, light as air. This feeling you're going to be feeling here in the month of May is going to make you feel light as air. That's what I'm feeling on this one right here. It's going to come in so quick and swift, and once the decision is made, it is just going to make you feel light as air. It's gonna just kind of go. It's gonna take a lot of the stress out of whatever you've been holding for a long time. Some of you, it's from this last March that there was a lot of stuff going on. Some of you, it's even from the previous March before that. Yeah, it just kind of made you feel in limbo, where you just didn't know what the heck you were going to be doing with this. What were you doing? You're stale, stagnant, working, or you're sitting here. I'm almost seeing the Two of Pentacles where you're juggling, where it's just this constant. Yeah, you were holding, some of you Cancers were holding way too much. You were holding way too much compared to what you should have been. That's what I feel. Yep. Some of you were unfortunately dealing with a lot of dishonesty, trickery, and lies. Possibly even some deceit. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if you are the Cancer that was doing this to somebody else, it will be coming out. The answers will, the answers, the true truth, and the answers will be coming out around the 23rd. Ooh, yes, sorry, Bobby, it will. All right. For some of you that are wanting to work in a social scene or will be working around other people, I'm going to tell you the 23rd is highlighted. It's highlighted for many different things for Cancer, but for this one as well. Social goals and transformation, growth within those areas, career visibility. You're going to be seen if you haven't been seen. And for some of you with this right here, career's really hitting. Some of you, it could be a brand new job, but I'm telling you, whatever it is, some of you are working in a creative field. You are going to be top in your field before it's all done. It may take some time to build. I'm seeing the number 2, but here's the thing. You're not going to be blinded by a situation anymore. Nope, nope, nope. Not going to be stale and stagnant anymore. That's what I get. Yep, yep, yep. You're going to be expanding. This is all about expansion. But see, with this one right here, with the 2 of Swords right here, I keep wanting to go back to that one. Yep. I think I'm seeing the Hanged Man, so it's a stalemate, not being able to move. That is being removed in the month of May. You are no longer sitting at a stalemate, no longer in the Hanged Man position. It is going to move so fast that it's going to be like, it's going to seem fast, even though it really hasn't. It's really not fast, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. It's going to be a difficult choice for you. I think that's how it's going to come to you, is when this choice comes to you in May. But the thing of it is when you make this choice, I don't think it's going to be a wrong choice. I really don't. I don't think it's going to be a wrong choice, because it's going to, and sometimes it's, okay, let me finish my thought. My brain goes 50,000 miles an hour. With this one right here, I don't think you're going to make a bad decision. But I'm supposed to add this one here. I just heard this, Cancer. If you're one of those that you're not going to make the decision, the Knight of Swords is going to come in quite swift, and it's going to be made for you. So it can clear the way so you can be put on the path that you need to be. May is the month that this is all going to be happening. I'm telling you, you're going to be feeling light as air before it's all done. For those of you who feel like the tower is coming down in the month of May, you may not feel like that at first, but in the end, you will figure out this was the best path, and this is where you're supposed to be. Yep, yep. Sometimes you're not told, you're not sit here, sometimes universally, your hand's not being held. It's actually quite yanked around, and you feel like a little rag doll being put on a little Ferris ride that just goes around really, really fast, and it's like, wow. Well, for those of you who have not been paying attention, that's what month of May feel like. But do know that you're being put spiritually back on the path that you're supposed to be on. Now, around the 23rd, is, like I said, a decision will come down, whether it's through you or somebody else. But the answer is, this is the path you're supposed to be on. So those of you who have been wanting to make this decision for a while, and there's some of you that you've been wanting a change. You know there's a change that needs to be coming. You've been waiting for this change. It's coming. It's going to be thrust on those of you who are not those of you who have refused to move. Okay, let me see what I can get from here. Yep. Yep, there's double confirmation there. All right, let me pull one more. Okay, let me go over these real quick here. So what we've got right here is we've got the 4 of Swords. Some of you, and see, being an intuitive tarot reader, I don't always pull every meaning out of the tarot cards. That would be quite, written. What I'm seeing here instantly, what stands out to me is the number 4. This is something that you already knew or you felt was coming in the month of April. All right? You've had time to reflect on some of this, and you've reflected. And I'm going to tell you, for some of you Cancers, what's coming is what you've asked for. You have physically asked for it. You have physically put it out there. Some of you have verbally put it out there, and guess what? You are being heard, and you're about to be answered. For those of you who have been sitting around and you know there needs to be change, your guides are watching, and if you are not changing, a change is going to be thrust upon you, because you're going to be put on the path that you're supposed to. We've got the double confirmation here. This is about, this is teamwork. We've got the Three of Pentacles, okay? Yeah. And this is not just about, teamwork. This is how can I put, some of you, this is about having two goals, two different ideas that you're putting together and you're making them work. Some of you, if you're in the creative fields or you're online, you're putting two different ideas and they're coming together. It's like you're an artist and you're molding them together. That's what I'm getting. You're very focused. In the month of May, a lot of you Cancers will become extremely focused on what you're doing, and it is going to produce. Some of you will actually merge with other people and work in a teamwork environment, is what I get. All right, with the Knight of Pentacles, this is all surrounding around the two of Swords, which is the decision, okay? A decision, especially when you've been rolling around in your head. It's especially around the month of March. All right, this one right here, there's some, with the Knight of Cups, we've got, this is, see, I think this is going to be, I think this year, those sparks, do you remember back in 2020, whenever we all got the lockdowns and all that stuff, and everybody kind of, and not everybody, but a lot of people lost their spark. A lot of people's been searching for that for a long time. Well, guess what? I think this group of Cancer, you're not just looking to grind. I've done Tauruses, I've done Geminis, and I'm telling you, this is not just about the everyday grind. You guys are getting back to yourselves, and that's what this is about. There's going to be a proposition, and it's a proposition in a financial new beginning, okay? This is, whether it's something you go out and purposely look for, it's something that is offered to you. This is going to be life-changing for you, Cancer. It is. It's an opportunity that is going to, it's life-altering. It's what you've been wanting. It's what you've been asking for. We've got, and it's going to give you that breath of fresh air that you needed. Yep. That's exactly right. Let's see here. I'll look at stuff real quick. Yep. For some of you, this is something you've been looking for. Some of you, the message is going to be you've been looking for a conclusion to an answer, or a conclusion to, this is another sign where it's just been, there's just been a lot of stuff that's been going on and on and on. It just seems, but you're working and working and working, but you're exhausted. Now, this is not going to hit every single person in that sign, but it's going to hit a lot of you. This right here, your turnaround is coming. There is a turnaround coming. I mean, of course, you're going to have to work hard and everything, but we've got joy, harmony, fulfillment, and happy family life. This could be about some kind of fulfillment that you wanted in your family life. It could be for your family that you wanted, okay? It's talking about happiness. There is a completion coming, all right? This is something that you've wished for. This is something that you have put out there universally, all right? Cancer, the month of May for you is going to be, you know, there's going to be a lot of shifts. There's going to be a lot of turns. But here's the thing is, I think this is going to be hitting the group of Cancers where your beliefs in yourself, especially those who have believed in themselves, you're about to see some results. What you've manifested, this is what you put out there. And those of you who are still trying to get your footing on belief within yourself, you're about to be turned around and put in the direction where you need to be, Cancer. I truly do believe this. I just don't feel like giving any more for that one. Nope. All right, Cancer, I'm going to pull these up right here. And then I'm going to do a couple closing thoughts. Like I said, these are just kind of general. This is kind of a kickback month. It really is, as far as, you know, messages go. Now, I'm going to give you a couple messages. The first one's going to come from Inner Fucking Peace. Cancer, I don't think you're going to be, this is definitely going to be hitting the ones that you're not satisfied just sitting back, just taking it as it is anymore. That's what I get. Feels right. Pencil it into your schedule. All right. The power of serenity now. Okay, see, there's two fish here. The power of serenity now. Okay, so the power of serenity now. So, to have peace and serenity, it says pencil into your schedule now. Okay, so if you get a call, you get an proposition, just like the Knight of Cups. Instead of putting it off to the side and not getting around to it, your message is make sure you get to it. Go ahead and take that proposition. Go ahead and do it. Because here it is, the power of serenity. Your peace is in this offering that's coming to you in the month of May. You'll definitely get a good taste of it switching around the 19th. Things are changing. Things are changing, Cancer. All right. I will get right to your weeklies right after this. Talk to you guys later. Bye.